Alright guys, welcome back. Welcome back to episode 13 of our Distant World Universe excursion to survive 100 years. I am going to go ahead and start it off. I am going to go ahead and slow it down real quick. I did actually have to re-record this episode due to the fact that I had actually not had the recording going while I was playing the last episode. So I kind of already know what's about to be coming, and with that in mind, I did go ahead and slow it down. We do need to go ahead and just get our military up. We need our military to be sufficient. We need our military to stay sufficient. But Deus 3, we are going to go ahead and build a large spaceport MK9. We are going to go ahead and go over to Pladeus 3. Oof, our large spaceport is extremely damaged. Extremely damaged. And it is an MK6 version, so it is actually not ideal. This is a MK8 that is better, but it is still not completed. We do not have any spaceports on these planets. We're actually going to go ahead and go into the planets and start recruiting some people. Like I said, there was a moment where I was in the next episode, and well, it was a glorious event. We are hopefully not about to have the same thing happen again. However, it can happen exactly the same way. Alright, this one is being repaired. Alright. Let us see if we can survive the onslaught that is coming. And here it is. They are on their way. Ugh, and we do not have a fleet capable of dealing with this. Alright. And here they come into the system. They are going to blockade Pladeus 3 again. It's not ideal, but it is going to happen. Let's see if we have any of our ambassadors who can go to them and try and smooth things over before they cripple us. We want 700,000 for trade sanctions. Okay, well, that is regrettably not going to help us. We are going to pause it and grab all of our military ships and make sure that everybody is in a fleet. We do not want them to be fighting if we can help it, prevent it. Because their blockade, they will literally just blockade until the starport is either destroyed or their fleet is destroyed. Either way, it does not help us to be out here. So we are going to go ahead and just have both fleets patrol the mining station. The gas mining station. It's not ideal. Do not get me wrong. I do not enjoy the idea of running away from a fight. But this is a fight that does end up causing a plethora of other events that do end up harming us. This one is out of fuel, and it is trying to refuel at Pleiadios 6. I do not believe that Pleiadios 6 has any ability to make fuel, so we're going to go ahead and throw a small spaceport up on there. Pleiadios 1, actually Pleiadios 2. We're going to come over to Pleiadios 2 and check how it is doing. Our large spaceport has 700 and some odd components that it does need to build. Like I said, they are rather big, which is why we wanted one up at the beginning so that it could actually sustain more of a fight. However, that does not appear to be substantial enough. So we are going to go ahead and go to the planet, and we are going to go ahead and queue up 2 defensive stations. Neither one will be completed right off bat. However, they are quick, so we will actually go ahead and queue up 2 more. And more pirates have come in to attack. And our fleet has also come in for some reason. Refueling and leaving the sector. You are not to be hanging around. As I said, they are going to literally just blockade my spaceport for a while and leave. There we go, and we did not lose either one of our fleets. I am quite happy about this, and as a matter of fact, I'm so happy about this. We did not lose either one of our ships. Either one. Either one. Alright, you require refueling. You know what? I am sorry that you require refueling. You are just no longer needed. Alright, now we can go ahead and prep for the pirates to continue their onslaught. The pirates are in fact rather vicious, so I am going to go ahead and ask what a protection costs. It's only 1,000. That's fine. I accept. We will no longer have to worry about the yellows coming in, the reckless provocation coming in to mess with us, and hopefully this does allow us to kind of pick ourselves back up off the ground as it was. Ugh. Refuel ships at refuel ships. No, come. Refuel ships and repair damage at nearest shipyard. Alright. So that means that one of you in this fleet needs to be removed from the fleet. And you will be none. And I will actually have somebody come to you and repair you. Refuel you. Or better yet, I will just let you go on your own for refueling. You will be slow. You will be very, very slow. However, you will still go. You will be significantly slower than the rest of the fleet. That is not a problem. Not a problem at all. We are trying to keep our income in a positive. And recently raided. That is fine. That is fine. And understandable. Let's go ahead and check for facilities. See if any pirates have managed to throw in any pirate bases. I do not see any pirate bases being built. So we are going to go ahead and increase our fighting capacity on all planets. Like I said, in anticipation, I do potentially know what is about to happen, although I do believe I have avoided one of the main points that we were struggling with in the last episode. I am also going to go ahead and get more ships. I do not need transportation ships. I am actually going to have automation turn off for suggesting me new ships into buildings, because it's not really helping me out. And where did it go? Automate ship design. There we go. Control manually. We're going to go ahead and control manually. That will no longer bring up the advisor's recommendation, or at least it won't put the recommendation in our order. It will tell us what they would like us to purchase. However, we do not need to purchase what they ask us to purchase. Alright, Pladeos 2. Let us see. How are you doing with your spaceport? I do believe we are almost halfway complete on the spaceport. And Pladeos 3's spaceport is also in the same spot. However, damaged components go a lot quicker. I do believe you repair 2 damaged components at the same time. That does remind me. No. There it is. Damage control. We are going to go ahead and try for damage control next. We do want robotic repairs. This will automatically repair our stations during combat. This will allow them to fight continually without stopping, because the combat will actually end. Oh, we have a crash research. You are not actually able to stop a crashed program, which means we're going to have to let that continue off, and then we will be able to pick up the remaining of our energy and construction. Wow. With our loss of all of our spaceports and all of our scientists in the spaceports, when they do get destroyed, we end up losing. We end up losing quite a bit. We're actually going to have you go to Pladeos 3 spaceport. Is about where you need to go. As a matter of fact, Pladeos 1 spaceport is our newest model. No, it is not. However, Pladeos 3. Let us actually go ahead and check our large spaceport. Yes, we have 100 shields of Tassian and 15 fighter bays with extra labs for each. And this is the MK10. I do believe that said it was MK6 or 8. The MK6 has 15, and it only has the 50 Corvidian shields. That is not exactly ideal, but it is okay. It is okay. I do believe we managed to have avoided a negative situation. In the other playthrough, I'd actually tried to defend all of my spaceports from the orange guys. However, they had decimated my fleets, and then they had killed my leaders on the home planet. So then everybody had started to revolt, and we had lost all of our planets except one. And then shortly thereafter, it was complete done because everybody was rebelling. And yes, it was bad. I will say it was bad, but I do believe we are in a much better position than we were in the last run through that I had forgot to record. Luckily, I did forget to record it because that gave me the ability to fix my mistakes and give you guys a little bit longer in our trial. Again, we are almost halfway to our point of victory, and with many, many enemies out there, there's not much we can do. Alright, he is slowly starting to increase our favor with them. Now that they are not negative 150, I do believe they will slowly stop imposing trade sanctions on us, which is fine. We do have 33,000 credits worth of trade that comes through them, but with the trade sanctions, they are literally telling their state or private sector not to do any trading with us at all. Alright, let's go ahead and go in. Check our military ships. Our escorts are damaged and need to be repaired. We will go ahead and repair them. I do want to go ahead and take our first fleet and repair and refuel both fleets. I would like both fleets fully operational. And they are booming. The colonies are booming all over. And I do believe they are trying to put a facility on Pladeos 6. However, with the fact that we have our fleets flying around and making sure nobody messes with anybody, it prevents them from messing too hard. And these are the pirates. Okay. So, let us see. Who do we have for intelligence agents? We have 3 of them, and they're all preventing agents from attacking us. Let's go ahead and go for the Ngari. Let's see if we can steal some research from the Ngari. Jump stalling. 1 year, we'll give you the ability to try. Alright, and we are going to go ahead and re-pick up the speed now that we have seemed to potentially have prevented a very bad situation. Alright, we have 56 unbuilt. It is almost complete. We are almost back on top of what we were doing. Empire priorities, none. Galaxy priorities, distance. Let's queue up all of these that are closest to us. That is far away. We do have lots of things queued up in the areas surrounding us. So I am going to go ahead and queue up some more, just to have them up. Because I do believe our state, our private sector has been getting hit rather hard on all of our mining stations. Which we're actually going to go ahead, go into our private bases real quick, switch out to the latest designs, manually upgrade all of them, and we're going to add 10 more shields and 5 more fighter bays. And we're going to go ahead and save it just like that. Again, we're adding 10 more shields and 5 more fighter bays. Nothing more, just that. And we're going to let the private sector go ahead and pick up that. As a matter of fact, I actually believe we are going to go ahead and just up force an upgrade. Force a retrofit. It will cost 292,000 credits to complete. That is a massive boost. So we are actually going to just select a couple of them, retrofit them piece by piece, and as we notice, the private sector has picked up the bill for that. All right, we're going to retrofit these for 68,000. We're going to pause. Doing this does allow us to kind of game the system slightly, but it is not a bad thing. Alright. And with that, we are now at a whopping 240,000 positive cash flow. We are going to take this moment, and we're going to buy more cruisers and more carriers. This will put us far into the negative on our cash flow. That is perfectly fine. I am okay with that because of the simple fact that we will have a massive fleet that will be able to defend our home base. And it does look as though the Ungari are coming to blockade again. Pladeos 3. These are massive fleets. We do not want any part of this again. I do despise that, but we do not want our fleets to be damaged. That would be very unpleasant. So we are going to go ahead and have them come back out and patrol the mining station again, just to prevent them from getting into conflict with the blockade on the planet. I do not believe they are in fact damaging our spaceports again. And our spaceports cannot take the brutal damage very much longer. Now the pirates are popping in and out to try and do what they can. Oh, all of our docks are being hit right off the bat, and it is not ideal. Not ideal in any situation. They are in fact damaging it to the point where it will need to be rebuilt again. It was so close to being finished, and yet it is so far from completion. Pladeos 2, our homeworld, is only at 150 components left. We are going to go ahead and see if our fleets are surviving at all. They are indeed surviving. And there goes our spaceport. We are going to go ahead and try and get some defensive bases up around the planet before we get a spaceport started. Pladeos 3, I'm going to do the same. We are going to see if it is possible to have something. Stop attacking our ships and bases. Okay, why are you guys so mad at us? They want 700,000 again. They do as well. Ugh. That is not ideal. Let us see. We've got 24 more parts to build on the defensive base. And these destroyers are massive. Their carriers are massive. They have definitely taken advantage of every weapon research they have. Yep. That it did do. That it did do. Alright, let's go in here. We're going to go ahead and cancel all the defensive bases. There's no point in constructing any of them. They are actually going to just destroy anything that we put up. So we are going to try and see if constructing a large spaceport is going to work. I do not believe it will, and I do believe I built the wrong spaceport. We are going to retrofit you. There's really no point in retrofitting it. Large spaceport MK9. Is that our newest MK? Is the MK9? Yes, it is, in fact. The MK9 it is. We will go ahead construct the MK9 spaceport. We are also going to try and construct the MK9 spaceport at Pleiadios 6 as well. This one might actually be able to succeed, as it's already a spaceport. It will be a little bit more defended before the spaceport actually comes online. And we have our new MK9 spaceport up and operational over Pleiadios 2. We are going to go ahead and on Pleiadios 2, we are also going to add eight defensive bases. They will be up quick, and then once they're all up, we will go ahead and go into them and retrofit all of them and make them all much, much, much stronger. Now then, with our fleets now able to actually do something, well, for the most part, they are not attacking our spaceports, which is ideal. And yes, the pirates are trying to hit us hard as they can. But on that note, we did manage to make a massive recovery in this episode. I do look forward to the next episode. As we see, we have several fleets that are in system and fighting with amongst each other. Hopefully they don't fight too hard and damage our spaceports. That would be rather unfair and not ideal in any way. As I said, we do have large spaceports being built on every... Alright guys, I do apologize about that. The dogs are acting up again. And they're wanting to go outside on this lovely sunny day. Now, we do have our defensive bases popping up like water. They are just popping up like weeds. And this is actually very, very good. This means that we will actually be able to go in and alter them. We are going to go ahead and upgrade the large spaceport. We want more firepower. It has concussion missiles and Maxos blasters. We want point defense cannons. We're going to go ahead and add 10 of them. We are also going to add... what can we add? Countermeasures? Let's add a countermeasure. Long range guns, we'll go ahead and add 5. Concussion missiles, more concussion missiles, Epsilon torpedoes. Let's add some torpedoes, and we're going to go ahead and upgrade it. 500 firepower. That's not too bad. We will go ahead and add more armor. We have 209 armor. That is actually ideal and acceptable. We do, however, want more shields. We are going to make this 150 total shields, just so that we have a recharge rate substantial enough to sustain massive combat without losing the shields. And with that addition, we are going to go ahead and also add an additional 5 more advanced fighter bays. This will bring our fighter capacity up to 80, and that is ideal at a massive 6,399. Remember, in the beginning we said that we were going to keep it under 10,000. And on that note, it is time for the episode to come to a close. I did say that before we were interrupted by the dogs, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode, which will be coming right after this episode.